1600. There is not much difference between these two athletes. Espinosa, the top seed, with a 10:39.06 out of the District 4 championships. And in those same district championships, Lauren Kosek's time was a 10:43.00, 10:43 flat. So really pushing Espinosa to probably faster and faster times. In fact, Espinosa's time would have broken the state record in that District 4 final. Jolina Corzo setting that mark in 2022, a 10:19.41. It kind of breaks my heart with the weather conditions here. I got to wonder if it's possible for either one of those athletes to break a record in this rain.
Yeah, and I think if we look at it from the standpoint, if we just look at seed times under ideal conditions, this would normally be a two-person race between Espinosa and Kosek. Who knows what it'll be today? Could be much more a tactical race because of the weather, because of the rain, because of the cold. It's not pleasant out there right now.
And watch the start, because this is critical, especially on a wet track. They will meld together here as they start to come into the back straight for the first time. And that is certainly one of the spots in the race where you don't want to get trapped behind anybody who is not going your pace. And you can see some skipping and hopping and jumping going on right now.
Yeah, not surprisingly, Espinosa wants to get away from, wants to try and get ahead of the pack, ahead of the traffic, and settle in. Kosek there to her left, wearing number 4, and hip number 12. That is Josephine Leonard from Shady Side.
And Espinosa really playing it well, just fast enough to get to that pole position without expending too much energy, and making sure that the pole position is hers right now, because you saw Kosek challenging for that spot right from the gun.
Yeah, I think this is the early laps here. The first 2, probably 3 laps, be very pedestrian. They're not going to go hard. The group staying together, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Unlike yesterday's 1600s, all 28 competitors on the track at one time, and it looked like an 11:17 or 1:17 rather. Raindrops are clouding my view here. 1:17, the mark at the 1 lap mark.
A little bit different strategy here for Kosek. Kosek taking the lead, Espinosa letting her go, and Kosek now at about 5 meters. We'll see how that plays out. Can Kosek go out? Is Kosek going to try and go out and hang on? Is she trying to, draw Espinosa into a much more strategic race as opposed to a tactical race? We'll see.
Got to hand it to Josephine Leonard, who is the 12th seed coming in, the freshman for Shady Side. Only one of 4 freshmen in this race, was up with the leaders early in this contest. You got to like the moxie of a freshman, mixing it up with some of these senior leaders out there and junior leaders.
But a big group, and we'll see some bigger groups as we move through these 32s. Again, the rain seems to have abated a little bit, not raining as hard as it was just a few minutes ago, and basically it's going to be like that all day. But this should be on paper, that should be the race right there between Kosek and Espinosa.
And how much more aware of each other can you be? Look at this. Gotta love this. Espinosa not willing to give up even a single lap when it comes to the finish line being right there, as she does another move here after Kosek took the lead in lap 2. It's back to Espinosa here in lap 3.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to see from these two is there's no panic here. Espinosa didn't panic when Kosek took the lead. Kosek didn't panic when Espinosa passed her there right before the start-finish line. They're content. This is going to be the 2 of them, and it's going to be let's play the game. You want to lead a lap? Go ahead. I'll take another lap, then you can have it back. And let's see how this plays out. But you can see now they've separated by a good 10, 11, maybe 12 meters.
Kosek yesterday was definitely an animator in that 1600 race, finishing 5th with a time of 4:58.65. Espinosa's time yesterday to win it, 4:53.81. Mark, do you give any leverage to those results yesterday as far as what today's race looks like on paper?
Well, I think Espinosa probably spent a little more energy yesterday than perhaps she had to. Kosek may have, or Kosek may also have been at the point where she said, I've got one more, I have another longer race to go. I'm going to save some energy. I'm content with fourth. Not that anyone is ever content with anything less than winning, but I think she probably looked at it from the standpoint that, hey, Baylee's going to go out and run away, pull away here. My race is coming tomorrow. Let's see what happens. And you can see Kosek looking very relaxed here, and they pulled away.
Yeah.
And you can see right there, we didn't even see anybody else in the picture. They pulled away. It's the two of them, and they're going to play this game. And it's going to be, do you want it? No, I want it. Okay, let's see where we go from here.
Well, we take a look at yesterday's results in the 1600. Let's go back a year to this very same race, the 3200 that they're racing right now. Last year it was Kosek third with a 10:45.51, and Espinosa winning it in a 10:18.91, and that was a state record time. Actually, no, that was a national honor roll time.
So they're again. This, rinse, repeat. We're going to see this for probably another 3 or 4 laps before either one of them or both of them decide, okay, now we have to make a race. They were through 1,200 in 3:56, here in about 5:16. So they're averaging about 1:19 or so per quarter. Very relaxed pace. They know that this is the race. And part of this, too, is the mental aspect and mental prep and the mental toughness. They ran last week in District 4. They know each other. We did not have great weather in District 4 all season. So this is nothing really that new to them.
Hey, Kosek showing the wherewithal of looking back over her shoulder to try to see what the gap is between second and third place, and it is significant right now. And apologies to Espinosa. She did indeed break the state record last year with that 10:18.91. But look at that, almost a full track length, at least a back straight length, between second and third place right now. And there is the race for third place. You can see the third seed and the sixth seed doing some battle out there. Our third seed is Charlotte Barker out of Shady Side Academy, and the sixth seed is Lucy Montanisi. We've seen that name. The family's very prominent in the sport. We've got several competitors in both men's and women's competition, all out of Quaker Valley today. And Lucy is only a sophomore.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I'm a little surprised with this kind of breakaway at around 6:36 there at 2000. That Espinosa and Kosek have decided, we're going to make it a breakaway and just have the two of us fight this out. The rest of the group has let them go. But I don't see anybody in that second, especially with this big a lead. I mean, that lead has to be probably close to 100 meters now. I don't see anyone really challenging. You see there, I mean, this is just, it's the two of them.
Yeah, and it's so interesting what happens on the home straight. Right now they're on the back straight, but or heading towards the back straight. It's so interesting to me that Espinosa feels the need to win every lap. That might have been one of her goals coming into today's contest.
Unfortunately, it's not like NASCAR, so you don't get points for winning laps.
That's true.
But Kosek looking very relaxed. Espinosa looks exactly like she did yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, and Kosek is kind of positioning herself for a pass here. She wasn't exactly against the rail in the pole lane. Floating around a little bit outside, which makes the track a little bit longer, but apparently no worse for the wear. She's able to go step for step.
We'll come up here at 2,400, right around 758 or so. So 800 to go. And the race is going to happen probably in the next 500 meters.
8 medalists will be at the awards ceremony here, so these positions are very significant as we look for the race for third place right there. And that little group is including the 5th seed. You saw Josie Jones bringing up the rear of that group. I don't expect that'll last for long. She's pretty quick. She's a senior from Grove City with a qualifying time of 11:03.86.
Espinosa trying to surge a little bit here down the backstretch as they head into the far turn.
And there may be some company trying to join the lead ranks here.
Well, you can see it there. Kosek a little bit of a challenge on the outside as they moved into the turn. Espinosa responds, pushes it a little bit. They'll come out of the turn.
There is a difference.
Yeah, and now would be a good, well, if Kosek's going to make a move, she'll probably make the move here within the next 120 to 200 meters.
Espinosa seems to sense that, though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She seems to be pouring it on right here.
Yeah, you can see her stride rate has increased.
And here's the bell for your leaders as they make their way down the home straight. There are some runners out there that could be in jeopardy of being caught by these two leaders. It is just an amazing performance out there. I don't know, a state record still might be in the books despite the wet weather here. And look at Espinosa weave her way through traffic. And she is building a huge lead right now.
Yeah, if Kosek's going to win this, she's going to move now. And I don't know that there's, well, I take that back.
Oh my. Too much too soon? That's always the question when you make a bold move like Espinosa just did, and she's starting to show perhaps a little bit of the wear and tear just on her face. I don't know her that well, Mark, but you try to look for signs here.
She looks just exactly like she did yesterday. Baylee's very tough to read because every stride looks the same. You can see picking it up now, much better turnover. Kosek just has not enough. She's going out into lane 2, trying to stay away from the water at the rail. But Espinosa, this was a very nice run from Espinosa. 10:32 roughly, substantially quicker than districts. 10:33.04 for Espinosa.
10:33.04, excellent considering these conditions today. She did not break her own record from a year ago, but what an outstanding performance there. And you can see what a battle. I mean, Kosek helping make this great performance happen as Espinosa was challenged every lap of this contest.
Yeah, Kosek in 10:35, so a little bit closer than what they ran than the contest at the District 4 championship. But Espinosa defending her championship. Lauren Kosek of Wellsboro, also in District 4, coming in with the silver, and then it was a gap. 14 seconds back to third. So it was definitely a two-person race.
Outstanding performance in our first championship final of the day, and there is your repeat gold medalist unofficially, Baylee Espinosa, and an outstanding performance yet again.